Imagine this. You're walking home after mining some precious diamonds. And suddenly... oh no! Your house has been destroyed! Look at this mess. You're left in disbelief. This house was worth 2,403 emeralds, so you start pondering who could have done this, and that's when you realize your Japanese friend, Tojo, was behind all this. We need revenge. Do you want revenge, little Finch? So Finch goes over to his secret stash, making sure it wasn't looted. He checks and 3 TNT. Perfect. That should be just what we need. But upon arriving at Tojo's base, that's whenever the realization hits. 3 TNT would not be enough to destroy a massive place like this for revenge. It would barely even cover this house over here. So here we are, left in complete disappointment. Whatever could we do? How could we get revenge? That's when an idea hits. What if we get the server admin, Oppenheimer, to help us? Quick history explanation. After the bombing of Hiroshima in 1941, the US decides to end its neutrality agreement and enters World War II. Oppenheimer, seeing this as an opportunity, says enough is enough and shows the government the process of nuclear fission, which could be used to make nuclear weapons, which would be dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, with 2 bombs being dropped, the fat man and the little boy having equivalents of up to 44 million pounds of TNT. For a quick comparison on how dynamite works, here we have a typical average house with bed, chest, furnace, roof, everything you need. This is what a single stick of dynamite does. Damage is not that bad, it only blew up your door. You'd definitely be startled awake though. This, the main measurement of the nukes, was what 1 pound of dynamite does. As you can see, a lot more damage is done. The front half of your house is gone and there's a crater. You'd probably still be somewhat fine though. Now this is what 44 million pounds of TNT looks like. All of what was dropped on Nagasaki. Taking a deeper dive as to what happened, let's look around. For one, all this green stuff you see on the ground is not grass, for it's radiation. Now, the blasts that are shown in a video game aren't realistic, for radiation was oftentimes really hard to detect and wasn't just a bunch of green splotches on the ground. But the environment was very, very toxic and could contaminate you just from being close. This stuff in the air is not snow, not rain, but it's fallout. The after effects of the chemicals inside the fat man going off together. This stuff is what rains down all over the land, spreading this radiation stuff. The heat from the bomb was so hot that it evaporated all the water. And if I pull my Geiger counter out over here, as you can see, very, very toxic. And if you haven't have guessed, the closer we get to the source of the blast, the more toxic it gets. And even at such a far distance, direct damage was still done, the mushroom cloud still visible, and the rain only spreading the fallout even more, not cleansing it. Now here is a demonstration of the little boy bomb. As you can see, We have structures made of purely stone, water, wood, and earth. A landmark of history and dedication. This isn't anything specific, but I just wanted to point it out. But with this little device here, connected to this timer, this is what 1,500 or 15,000 tons of TNT can do in a second. Now, despite all this destruction, what if I told you Oppenheimer was the reason why your house is powered? Or better yet, how you're able to watch this YouTube video through the smartboard? That's right, the discovery of nuclear fission also led to the discovery of nuclear fusion, which, unlike nuclear fission causing destruction, nuclear fusion creates energy, and that energy is stored in these reactors and sent to all across America, depending on where you live. One reactor is able to power hundreds of thousands of homes over its lifespan of around 40 to 80 years, and it's the reason why you have power today. So instead of having your house needing to look like this, being extremely dark with no source of power at all, and if we go inside here, your only source of power at the time would have been candles or lanterns, being not only inefficient, difficult to set up, but even dangerous on certain scenarios if not set up properly, for the wax that melts is actually flammable and could burn your whole house down. So instead, we follow what Oppenheimer gave us, being nuclear fusion, and in a single flip of a switch, light comes over to your house and is powered through the electrical system. And it can power your neighbors and everybody all at the same time, keeping your house bright and cozy.